We're just on our way to York with a 6.2 by 3.5 metre building. We've got everything loaded up, including the roofing panels and the furring strips. So we're just going to go and pick Jacob up. We've managed to get it all in one van, so that's good. So we should be there in a couple of hours. What a beautiful day. I think it's going to be really nice. So we'll see you guys when we get there.
Wait for me.
Forget to get in the van, PJ. Hi guys, we're just back at the drum studio job in York. Last time, if you watched the video, we did the concrete base. That has totally gone off now. It's super bright. Obviously, it's a lovely day. I think we've got 2 days of really good sunshine. So the aim for the next 2 days is to get the outer shell of the building up with the rubber roof on. We're just going to lay that on for now. We'll get the membrane on the walls so it's waterproof. At the end of play tomorrow, we'll have a semi sort of watertight building. That'll be the outer shell up. That rubber roof looks heavy. It's the tall compounder they put around it, makes it slippy.
Makes it extra heavy.
Yeah. So first thing we're going to do is get the base plates down, then we'll bring you guys back. Jacob, are you going to do any work whilst we're having a brew? Lazy. PJ, in hindsight, those soundproofing expert hats are a little bit small. Not for your head, I mean generally. Okay, so what we need to do now, we've got the base plates down. These are the 4x2 treated. What we need to make sure is they're actually square with itself. There's two ways of doing this. One, the very easiest way is just to measure across the diagonal one way, get the reading, so whatever that is, it's going to be like 685 or something. This way, see what it is, and whatever difference it is, obviously just adjust it so they're both the same, so they're both 685. But the other way to do it is to actually using the mathematical equation, which these two guys normally do, which is to measure the length and then the width, and then obviously using the mathematical equation that PJ is going to run through. So this is bang on 6 meters. The building itself is going to be 6.2, but obviously we were allowing for things like OSB, roofing battens and the cladding, which makes it 6.2, so we got 6 meters that way. The other way, 337.5.
The equation is that the square on the hypotenuse is the sum of the square on the other two sides. So a squared plus b squared should equal this figure squared.
Because with what we're trying to do is get the diagonal off the base plate, yeah. So okay. 600 squared.
600 square plus 337.5 squared equals that. And then we're going to take the square root of that, which is 688.4.
Okay, so that's what we should get. 688.4 corner to corner. All the way over there. That's it, stop. Okay, so we got 688.4. So we just check the other way. We've got the same measurement there. So that's just a way of squaring the building up so it's square with itself. Don't give us one of those funky winks again. Go on. Just whilst the guys are getting the base plates down, let's just see how level we actually got the base in the end. Spot on. So we're going to put this damp-proof membrane down on top of the base plate so it kind of goes here and then just overlaps a little bit, and obviously when we get the building on top it stops any damp coming through. One thing we haven't done at this stage, because we've actually haven't brought the silicone, is just to seal around the base. So we normally seal here and also the other side as well, so that's nice and bonded to the concrete base, but we'll do that in the morning. Only dodgy stuff on my phone. Right, that. So the panels are going in nicely so far. These are the ones on the back which are full panels. They're 122 wide, which is obviously the size of a piece of OSB. One thing you probably haven't noticed on the camera is we got this little tiny lip here. So we do like a centimetre over, so it kind of locates it onto the base plate, which makes it a lot easier to get in place and get straight. And then on the top, we actually have a little channel here for another 4x2 to sit across, which essentially straightens this all out. So obviously when you put your 4x2 on here, we get this all nice and straight. So it's a bit like the base plate at the bottom. It does the same thing at the top. The sides and the back in, guys. What a beautiful day. These buildings always look enormous at this stage, but you got to remember it's a room within a room. 6.2 by 3.5 is the finished size of this one. We've also pre-insulated these panels with the first layer of rock wool, so that actually saves on actually having a van full of rock wool. So obviously the rock wool can just live inside the panels. Okay guys, that's the walls up for the building of the outer shell. Let's just have a look inside. It's obviously door here. Already the acoustics are different in here with this first layer of rock wool. Obviously window there, door. This seems huge. Obviously this camera will make it look quite big anyway. It'd be great if you could leave the roof off. So next thing we're going to do is put some timbers around the outside of the building. Just to frame that out, and then we'll start getting the roof sections in. Then hopefully we'll be done today. I think the heat's got to them. Anyway, so yeah, we'll get these 4x2s out on the outside and get this framed out, which will work pretty well. Obviously looking nice and square. Let's have a little look around the back. We've got about a 50 centimetre gap here. The fence is actually a little bit off, but we've got a good amount of space around the back. But yeah, that's gone in really well. But nice and straight. Obviously starting with a very level base is a good starting point. Okay, so we'll bring you guys back when we get a bit further on.
Ain't looking for much of many, cause we got plenty. No line of division, we're all heaven sent. Cause I really, really, really want you to know that I love you from the highest peak to low. There ain't nothing that will block our path to grow. We can work it out.
Okay guys, last thing we're going to do today is get the roofing panels on. I think we've got 5. What a beautiful day. You're winning?
Yeah, slowly.
So these are the furring strips we're just unhooking here, which we'll get to later. But yeah, these are the panels that we transported on the roof.
Can I show you a magazine? allowed to be hungry at this time.
Jacob is always hungry, no matter what time it is. Nice sky.
Nice guy.
Okay guys, that's us done for today. Let's just have a little look round. So it's been a great day. We got the whole of the outer shell up. Let's have a look inside. So these walls were actually pre-insulated in the workshop, so that was already done. It's 100mm insulation. We've got our first lot of the roofing timbers. We've got actually furring strips that go on top, so they go a little bit higher and obviously give the slope to the back. Essentially it's a flat roof with a little bit of a drop just to help the rainwater get to the back, and we'll probably have a little bit of a soak away on this one. One thing to mention at this stage in the video is we're starting to do some DIY build packs which incorporate the outer shell, the inner shell. You do the rock wooling, the electrics, plasterboard and things like that. So we can supply part of the build, obviously help you in terms of advice on how to complete it. Obviously it might be a bit cheaper if you're looking to do your own build, but you can't afford to get us to do the whole thing. Use the link in the description to contact us about that. We'll mention that again later in the video. But the first stage of the DIY build will be this outer shell without the insulation. You could put the insulation in, obviously get the electrics in, and other layers, and obviously we can come back and put the inner layer in, supply the doors and windows and that sort of things. Keep looking out for that, and we'll mention a little bit more later on in the video. But other than that, we shall see you in the morning. Hi guys, we're back at the studio build this morning, the 6.2 metre by 3.5 metre build in York. Let's just have a little look around and see what we've got to do today. Got a few things going on. This is obviously the outer shell, which we got up yesterday, which we pretty much got the walls up, and the roofing timbers. Jacob is just going to be doing the furring strips. Now, let's just explain what that is. You can see all these laid out here. So when we actually put the building up, it is completely level at the top. So what this does is actually gives you a drop on the roof. So we start at this end at 7 centimeters, and then it drops down to 1 centimeter. It's essentially a flat roof, but we're just giving it a little bit of a help with this. We can't go any steeper than that because obviously we're limited to the 2.5 meter height. So at the front we're at 2.5, and then at the back will be about 2.43, 2.44, something like that. Other things we've got to do is this 1.5 meter breathable membrane. Got to get this on the all the way round, start at the bottom with that, and then layer the next one over the top. Got this OB1 silicone, which we're not sponsored by, but this is actually really good stuff. It goes off underwater. We use this to seal around the base of the building. So didn't have this yesterday, so that's going to go all the way around there, and we'll do round perimeter of the outside of the building. By end of play today, we want to make sure that the building is waterproof. We've got the rubber roof on, we've got the membrane on. So we'll bring you guys back once we've got a bit further on. It's going to be a good day. That's all the silicone done around the base. We only had the black OB1, so that's what we used, but it works the same as the clear. The other thing I'm going to do is wherever we've got a join in the panels, so here I'm going to go round and just put some clear silicone, just some. It doesn't need the actual OB1 stuff, which is quite dear. So I'm just going to use like a general purpose silicone clear down all the joins. We've got Jacob's just finishing the furring strips, and PJ, what are you doing, PJ?
Just putting the back edging strips on.
Back edging strips, back timbers, 3 timbers on the back. So that's getting finished, and then I think the next thing will be getting the roof on. Jacob, you seen PJ?
I think he's round the back.
PJ?
No.
There he is.
What are you doing?
That's the wrap on the outside all the way around. Inside we've got all the silicone, so we've got a silicone bead down the base, on the inside and the outside. We've also got some silicone on top where the panel sits onto the base plate. We've also siliconed down all the joins. All these little things just to kind of help with the soundproofing, obviously make sure it's nice and tight. Obviously the next stage with this is going to be getting the roof boards on. I've actually got the fairings on now. You see how they drop to the back. Okay guys, we'll get set up on the roof and then we'll bring you back. Okay guys, we're up on the roof. We have got 16 boards to get on. Going to start in this left hand corner and work our way across. Jacob, he's cutting downstairs, he's doing battens in between. Anyway, shall we go?
Let's go.
So that's most of the roof on, guys. Got a little bit extra here, just this bit. So what we normally do is just put a string line across here and we'll get PJ, Mr. Robotic Answer, we'll get PJ to cut this off all in one go. So, are you ready?
It's cold in Star Trek, the forge. Oh, Captain, there's a problem with the engines.
Yeah, so don't know. Didn't really watch Star Trek, to be fair. We've got the HK55 rail. We've only got the 1.2 metre one. We've got a 2.7 one as well. But anyway, we'll string line this across, get this off, and then I think if we can lay the rubber roof on before lunch, let it go off a little bit in the sun. You guys back shortly. Here comes the rubber roof.
Falling.
Do you need help? Okay guys, so that's the outer shell of the building up. Let's just have a little look round. So that's building waterproof for now. We've got the membrane on the outside. We've got the roofing battens, which will hold the cladding. The sides, we have done the membrane also. This is probably gonna have the metal sheet cladding on. We're not sure yet, so we've left the battens off that. We've just stapled the rubber roof on, we will do here, just so it can relax for a week or so. The next time we can actually bond that on. This gives you an idea of the sort of size. Obviously, it's going to be another room inside this, so it will be a bit smaller. But obviously, this looks huge. This is 6.2 by 3.5. Acoustically, you can already hear it sounds a lot different. So one thing to mention, guys, is we are doing a DIY pack. So this involves a couple of trips for us. So we would come, get the outer shell up. You then do the insulation parts and the electrics. We then come in, do the second part, which is the inner shell. Again, you do the acoustic insulation and the plasterboard, get it plastered, and then we supply the doors and windows. So this is an option if you're after a build, but you can't quite afford for us to do the complete thing, so you can get involved. Contact us about this, use a link in the description, and we'll get back to you with some details. Okay guys, it would help us out massively if you could subscribe, like the videos, and make some comments. If you're enjoying the content, leave us some comments about what you'd like to see in the future. If you want to see something specific that we can do for you, then please put it in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.